guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Blue Oval Dude here. Thank you for stopping in and visiting me today. Alright, what I'm gonna do here is someone had the question of, between our expensive Cooks headers here. Yes, they are spendy, I will admit it, but I plan on having them a long time, so I'm gonna take care of them. And this is what came on the car, which was some shorty headers. So I was talking about the 3-inch bolt pattern and why that's better, why it's easier to get it on and off your vehicle, and most importantly, why it's a better design. And so I'll show you right here. One of the reasons that when you've got that wide pattern, that 3-inch center bolt pattern for your exhaust, is that those pipes are going to come out more. Here, I'll get down here. They're going to come out a lot more before it makes that bend. I mean, especially some of these, and I think the other side is even better for all four. But this is a lot better than a lot of designs are, because I've seen quite a few headers for Fox Body, and this is much better. Normally, right when they come out, they're making a turn. I mean, you can see this right here, every single one of these, and that's kind of the design that I see on most of those headers. Is the cheaper ones, is right when it comes out of the head, it's making a turn, and that is not good for making horsepower. Yeah, it's a lot better than a stock manifold, this thing would be, but you're leaving it on the table when you aren't putting a better header on that goes out longer before it starts making that turn, and it's a more gradual turn when it's making that turn too. These bigger headers with that 3-inch pattern. Here, I will take this and I'll set it down, and you can really get a good idea of just how much the difference is. I mean, take a look at that. So where it comes out of the head until it makes that turn, it's got a lot smoother transition. So that's going to help horsepower. They say, when something like this, from a tight turn to a nice radius turn, if you got enough engine where it can actually use that power, between 8 to 10 horsepower for something like that. Also, don't forget, when you go to take these things off, if this was a standard bolt pattern for a small block, man, you're going to be fighting some of these bolts for what seems like days. But it is a pain. I know, I've done it many times and been frustrated after I was done with it. Like, why does it got to be so hard? So now these babies, they are a long ways from those turns and those transitions, with this wide pattern. And also, because that transition is a lot farther out, you just have more space, period. So that's a basic comparo of, I know I don't have another long tube sitting right here in front of me. I guess I could have gotten another set of long tubes and set them here, but it's kind of a representation of what you're looking at. These might be a little tighter than, they are a little bit tighter than some of the long tubes, but they're not going to be like this guy over here. So there you guys go. I hope that helped some of you out in making your header decisions. And yeah, I did get a larger header for this thing when I bought it. I'm sure I mentioned that. These are 1/7/8, just for the reason that I don't know what I'm going to do, what's going to go in this car in the future. But with these headers, if I'm going to spend that kind of money for a good set of headers, I'm going to buy something that I can really use long term. So if I want to do 408 or larger than that, which could go on this someday at some point in some car, I don't know, that header is there, and it's got enough size to be able to grow with an engine or with the car. So I'm not really worried about the small amount of what if you watched any header tests, there's plenty of them out there. I'm sure that it's not going to be much difference in torque between this thing and something else. Something else that I should probably add in here is that these are also a slip fit header, where right up here in the top you can see that, I try and get it on camera, that right here you can actually separate these two from each other, and they have a bolt that holds them together on each side right here and there, so you can pop that bolt out and you can remove the collector from here, and you can separate these pipes from each other, those two and those two on this side. So those things may also help you on your application. So I'm just going to throw that in there so you guys also know that, whether that helps you out in making any future decisions or anything, but there you are. When it goes back on the dyno, we're going to be running this against the nice set of Schoenfelds that are the dyno headers. And those things are made for basically an A mod or something like that. So all of them come way out like this before they make that turn. And those are 1 3/4, those Schoenfelds that we were running on the dyno. So we're going to run them compared to these. When this goes back on the dyno, that will be happening in a later episode. Until next time, remember to hit that like, share, and subscribe. Keep wrenching, keep racing, keep having fun with your hot rods, guys. All right, later.